So I would just have something professional behind you. But so let me add that to the list here. I would be like,
I can send my biscuit picture if that helps.
ooh, that would be good
Hmm.
for all of us, Tommy. We need a picture of your biscuits in the background.
Aaron,
Oh,
I'm guessing in this scenario, you'd want to contact your lender ahead of time, make sure they have the Zoom link,
I would,
uh,
yep, I
so
would
that you can
treat
just
it
text
just
them when
like,
you're ready for them to join versus
yep,
having to try and, or your
yep,
team's meeting link, whatever.
yep, absolutely. And I would actually probably just call my lender on the phone, on speakerphone
Okay.
in the Zoom meeting because they can hear you, you know.
You
So,
don't need their,
and
yeah,
I
but you're
go ahead.
using Steve and I'm using Dakota. Face goes a long ways.
That is true. And
Is
you're,
Steve on here today? Did I miss a shot?
no, he's not on here, but you're right about that. She was a very beautiful woman. So, um, that does help sometimes.
Maybe not if it's just a meeting with the wife, though. That
Right, right. True that. If you got a single guy that's around 30, definitely an effective tool for you. Right? He's like, yes, I want her to do my mortgage,
Yeah.
please.
I didn't hear anything either of you said, but where do I sign?
Right. True. But I would bring, so I'd have a nice background. I'd bring up the website because you're going to go through a bunch of website stuff. So if I'm you, let's just do it real quick. All right, let's practice this because I think you asked a great question. And you'll get these from time to time, but I'd just be like, hey, it's great to meet you guys, and I'd go through FORE real quick. I'd be like, so, tell me a little bit about, you know, what's bringing you here? Is it your job? What do you do for a living? Tell me more about, your family. How many people are going to be in the home? Oh, you got kids? How many? Get into all that. And then like, if what do you like to do for fun? That's the recreation side of it. And then you go to moving into guest registration card questions. So, how many bedrooms are you guys looking for? How many bathrooms? How many car garage? Do you have kind of an idea of your monthly budget that you want to have? What kind of monthly payment are you comfortable with? And then you get all that information. And I would literally have a guest registration card sitting in front of you that you're filling it out. So you're going through it. And then I would just be like, okay, well, this all sounds awesome. I think we have some great options for you guys. Let's dive into those options. I'd probably, during the entire part I just did, I would be like this, where they just see my background and me. And then I would go to sharing your screen. And then I would go, well, let's look at some of the options we have for you. And you got the website ready. And I'd be like, probably one of the plans that would be a really good fit for you guys, and you guys have probably been on our website already. But I'm kind of thinking for you, since you guys are kind of broke, I would say the Crawford. No, I'm just kidding. You wouldn't say that. You'd say, based on what you said, the Crawford, which is like our plan for broke people, is the one that I would say, because you can have power lines in the backyard, and that's always nice looking. Um, but let me walk you through this plan. And by the way, you guys need a virtual tour of this plan. If you're ever going to build it again, we need a virtual tour. Is that the way you have it built? Is that the way you're going to build it? I don't recall.
no, because it's on a slab.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, but I would at least it. So some plans you'll have a floor
And
plan,
that one has the two bedroom with a study, and we're not doing the study anymore.
right? So so I wouldn't have a virtual tour of that one. So what I would do is so let me go back to our notes here real quick. Um, things you can do. Oh, I would have gone to the 5 easy steps next. Then when I get to floor plan, you're always going to have a plan. Sometimes you'll have pictures and sometimes you'll have a virtual tour. So just whichever you have, like my most preferred would probably be the virtual tour. But I can still do the 4 talking points based on looking at a plan. And I would definitely use your cursor to explain it to them. So if I'm describing this one to them, it's got the master suite with the snooze button built in, right? It's got the drop zone conversation, which is one of the 4 talking points for feature advantage benefit, right? It's got one of the largest islands of any. We nicknamed this the Caribbean. We nicknamed this plan Jamaica. It's one of the largest islands in Indiana.
You could be
So
In
making a lot of food
Indiana?
on that. You could be making a lot of food on that island.
We could be making we could be Jamaican a lot of food on that island. Ooh, I like that. Ty, that was actually really good. I thought that was a funny one.
I'm a dad.
Ty,
Really good.
I'm ticked, Ty, because you just made a good dad joke, and I try them every day. And no, you just dropped one joke, and you just put me to shame. I'm Jordan. I'm not doing these meetings anymore, Jordan. This is not fair. When Ty comes in here with his little, oh, let me just throw one off the top of my head and put Aaron to shame with my little. Fine, fine. Can I mute Ty? I'm going to mute you.
Yep.
Okay. That was actually pretty good. You can be Jamaican some great food.
Yeah.
So I would call it the Jamaican plan. We call this the Jamaican plan. I love that. That is hilarious. That is so me to say something like that. You got to write that down, Ashley, and all of you guys.
I don't think I need to. You said it enough. Everybody's good.
Uh, that was good. All right. So, but you should go through kind of your 4 talking points, right? And you can show them on the plan, or if you have a virtual, what's one you have a virtual of? The Owen, you got the Owen, right?
The Harrison.
You also have an Owen. Let's go to the Owen.
Oh, is it done? He just did it the other day.
Yeah, it's on there, I think. Unless Jordan's a complete failure, it's here. So this is her model home, you guys, just so you know, her Owen. So it's like
you owe a lot of money if you buy that one.
What's that?
You're gonna be owing a lot of money if you buy this one.
Oh,
Ty.
wow, Ty, bro, I'm not inviting you to the huddle anymore. That's just not fair. It's not fair. I feel sad that I didn't come up with that earlier.
I'm a little sassy today.
All right, so then it's
I had a
like
little brisk walk on the way to work. I dropped my car off the car dealership down the road, so got some fresh air and some steps.
There you go.
Some oxygen to the brain.
You've got oxygen. I would literally take them to the front door. If you're going to do the virtual tour, I'll put this in the notes. But on the virtual tour, I would say start at the front door and give the tour, well, not the tour, the tour the way you normally would. You know, I would just tour them as if you're in the home. You know what I'm saying? And I would go to full screen if you can, just give them the maximum, you know. I would make sure you stipulate to them before you schedule the meeting that they need to be sitting in front of a computer because you're going to show them things and they won't be able to see it on their phone.
I'm wondering if I should try to reschedule this for when they can both do it, maybe, or just
You
get
could also record it if
Okay.
you want to and send
Yeah, I
it
could
to
do
them.
that.
But I would literally walk them through every room, and I'd be careful to slow turn things, you know, so that they can see the home. But don't be like going like this and like making them sick, you know. Don't do that.
Here's the broom closet. If you need to sweep up the vomit, you just
Right, exactly. So I'd go, you know, walk them through. I'd make sure they see the spaces, you know, pause a little bit, talk about the things. And I'd be like, and next, I'd like to show you, and just go to the next part. Be like, this is where I would stop. And I'd be like, so, you know, one of the features that's really popular in this plan is we actually designed this plan for the zombie apocalypse. You know, and then I'd go into that whole thing because it's around the corner here to your left, you know. So that way you can kind of play into it as you're talking to them. And so I'd go through, and that's how I'd incorporate your 4 talking points. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down?
Yes.
Now, as a side note, if you did want to record one of these, doing a tour with your 4 talking points and your feature advantage benefit, and you wanted to record it, and then you could also use it in your social media as a post. It's a thought. So Brady didn't even respond to that. Ninja Day didn't respond to
I'm
that.
listening to you. Sorry. I'm texting the realtor.
So, you know, that is a move for being able to use that for social media that I think, you know, could get you some traction. Don't make it more than 4 minutes if you're going to do it, though. It'll be too long. Like 3 would be great, but and then I would, you know, walk them around the corner to this. And you just want to, it's like they're walking through the home if you do it the right way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think you want to try and do something like that where you're just, don't spin too fast. This takes a little bit of like, practice to do it.